Alice. A note, unfortunately, with some vidange noise in the background. There's a truck doing something near here, but who knows? I was told sometimes they don't hear what I'm saying. Our large audience. I'm just kidding. There's no audience, but who cares? Who gives a damn? That's a line from Young Doctors in Love. So maybe you don't even hear something which is deafening to us. And anyway, I'm trying to shout. So, and there's our friend up there. I think this a marvelous movie, and indeed it has an enviable Metascore, which means that on average, significant, important critics have appreciated it. It's in the green. Green is good, yellow is warning, and well, traffic lights. Red is bad for a movie, so you can see that on IMDb. Before you wish to see a movie, if the colors are good, then you should probably go ahead and try and see it. So it's about Alice, a sex worker. That's what they call this group today. Fii cu minte, dă-te jos. In an age of politically correct names, labels, and so on, we should avoid, it seems, termina the term prostitute or whore. Anyway, this is a drama because she's forced, and a comedy, quite a few comical moments, because her husband takes away her money, she leaves her with nothing and their child, and so she's facing eviction. And through happenstance, through an accident, let's say, she has the opportunity, I was going to say the chance, but that's not how we should see these things, to become a high-end escort for most of the time. There's a problem with this, with high-end. We learn about ropes, some of the workings. I don't know if it's the secrets of the trade. In that, speaking of high-end, that means you're available. You get a lot of money. Some of which, 25%, goes to the agency for escorts, and they say we're generous, or 30%. Others take more. She can try and establish her own clientele, go for weekends. Her friend tells her she becomes very friendly with a girl in the same trade, with this girl from New Zealand originally, but this is France, this is Paris. And Emilie Piponnier, if I said correctly, is the actress in the leading role, and she's excellent. So this friend, who's older, has more experience in the trade, says, okay, there are a few ways to avoid the agency and the fees. Get your own clients. Try and go for weekends. There's a lot of money in that. And then when the hero Alice, who goes by the name of, what was it, Sophia, call name, professional name, so to say. So Alice has a problem because for the calls at night, she has to be available whenever, and it's especially at night that men have those desires. By the way, it was in another film. What was it? Something with Sarah Gellar. Anyway, talking about the frequency, every 4 minutes a man has sexual thoughts on average. Women have much less of that. termina. That's a big difference there. If feminists would agree. At night she has to be on call, but then what can she do with a baby, with a child who's only 4 maybe? As she tells her friend, I can't find a babysitter. She says, find a babysitter. I can't get her in 5 minutes, can I? Well, then you should go for daytime and make less. Find another clientele. So you can't ask Termina, I don't know, a few $1,000 if your services are, I don't know, difficult to access and so on. There are some emotional, dramatic moments. Of course, the husband comes back. He starts claiming things, and it's true. He says, "I'm sorry. I love you," but after all he did, he comes with some psychological termina explanations, and I was out of it. I couldn't control it anymore. What does it matter? I mean, he did an awful thing. So the point is, so I'm thinking some comical moments when she comes and she's new, and she's skipping the money all over the floor because there's a lot of back notes, especially I don't know if she gets paid in 20, so I don't know. And anyway, it's a few thousand, even if it's 100, it's hundreds still. It's many hundreds, so that they have to collect them from the floor. And then she's doing something during the oral sex. She's doing something or other, hurting the guy who has to be a master baker. I heard this joke from Seth Meyers. The very stable genius speaks of his healthcare plans, all those plans. It's breaking news this morning. He has paid no tax for 10 out of the last 15 years or so. And 750 while president and in possession of an enormous fortune, for which he pays $700, as much as I paid, I guess. But I'm not no fucking billionaire. So the master baker, yeah, and he has to masturbate. That's client because, and it's a very interesting combination and a very good film.